Hi everyone, Dan Arms from ServoPro here. I'm really excited to have Stephen Pearman here from Action OHS. We work really closely with Action OHS and Stephen to help all our members with safety. Action work in a lot of different industries, but also fuel and convenience. So we've got a lot of frequently asked questions from members, and Stephen's going to help us out. Thanks very much for sparing us some time, Stephen.
Oh, not a problem, Dan. Pleasure to do so.
Appreciate it. So look, let's kick off. One of the questions we've really been getting a lot from members is around face masks. So the questions have sort of been around, staff requesting to wear face masks. Also, as an employer and as a service station owner, do you want your staff to be wearing one? Is it going to freak your customers out a bit? Or should we be, as employers, be encouraging our staff to wear face masks? So what's your sort of expert opinion or thoughts on that from your experience?
Well, look, the face mask issue has been around for a while. First of all, I guess you point to the evidence, and there's absolutely no evidence that wearing face masks as a preventative measure is effective. Wearing the right type of face mask will reduce the risk of catching the disease by airborne droplets, but that's a particular type of face mask called the P2 mask, and it has to be fitted properly. So if you have something like a beard or facial hair, it's much more difficult to fit. The old surgical masks, unfortunately, don't provide much protection from catching the disease. And masks don't really stop you catching the disease by getting the virus onto your hands by contact with infected areas and then transferring them to your mouth via food or something like that. Whether employers should ban or encourage their workers from wearing face masks, look, the key question here is if you think you're infected or you have flu-like syndromes or symptoms, you really should remove yourself from the workplace. A mask isn't going to be 100% protection if you are infected with the COVID-19 illness. In terms of employer and worker happiness, as you can see out in society, some people are choosing to wear the masks, some people are choosing not to. From an employer perspective, you could, I guess, force them not to wear the mask, but I think you'd end up with a very unhappy employee if you did that. It's a much more effective practice to practice social separation, so keeping 1.5 meters away from everybody around you. The fact that many operators in service stations are in counters and are separated from their clients or customers by those counters is a really positive way to do that. The other thing to do is to wash your hands often. Wash your hands before you take in food. Wash your hands at the end of the shift. Wash your hands at breaks and so on after going to the toilet. So I guess the summary answer is masks probably won't be effective in preventing someone catching the virus if they come in contact with someone. But from just a general worker happiness and welfare perspective, you might let workers wear them if they wish to. I certainly wouldn't be purchasing masks to provide my workers to wear in the workplace, but that psychosocial aspect of listening to your workers and letting them have that autonomy to wear them, I think, is fairly important.
Yeah, that's great advice, Stephen. I think you've provided some great information there. That's really good. So sort of, I guess what you're saying is, look, staff wear them, if they really want to, but there's a lot of other techniques like hand washing, sanitising hands, that sort of thing that are much more effective. Yeah,
much more effective.
Good on you, Stephen. Thanks very much for your time. It's much appreciated.
Pleasure.